to the rim.
Welcome on the show 360 Sport on Trust TV. I'm Adeni Aji Shafe. Well, we saw our ladies there. That's the Tigress, always making us so proud for what they've done when it comes to basketball. They've done it 4 times in Africa at the one they call Afro Basket, and also at the Olympics. They were able to dislodge highly rated Australia and also Canada, even though they lost against France, and they fought their way against the Americans. And right now, that particular prowess has earned them a lot of accolades from FIBA. The latest FIBA ranking, let's look at that story where we look at activities happening concerning the Tigress. FIFA World Ranking, the Tigress ranks 8th best in the world to make history. As it is right now, at least no African team has ever been able to do this, and we really appreciate for the fact that the Tigress have been able to egg their name in gold. Not winning the gold is not even the issue, but the fact that they've climbed up 4 places ahead, where they were rated 12th when they actually completed the Olympics, and now they are standing 9th on the log. Now, quickly, we look at the FIBA World Ranking. For our ladies, they show their class. For USA, yes, they are top. At least after winning the gold, you expect them to actually get it done. Current point, 883.3 for USA. For Australia, they actually are second, despite being defeated by Nigeria in that competition. They are second right now with 715.4. And they actually gained 1 because they used to stand on the 3rd position. They move up there with the green arrow going up. France, they also move up by gaining 4 extra, moving from 7th to 3rd now for France. Well, good one for them. And for China, they're standing 4th there with 700 points. You look at Spain, Belgium, Canada, ahead of Nigeria. And now Nigeria standing 8th there. Well, as it is, jumping from 12 to 8, that's a good one for them. +4 for our team, 631 points so far for the Tigress. Really making Nigeria so proud for the fact that our ladies and they've actually shown like million stars. When it comes to basketball in Africa, they are number 1. Serbia, they stand 9th there, and Japan and 10th with 606 points to make it. They actually go down by 1 point, rather from 9th position to 10th position. These are the top 10 rated latest FIBA ranking for women. And now, if you look at the the climbers, let's look at the climbers there before we talk about Africa. The climbers, Rwanda in the world category, Rwanda actually jumped extra 12th place to move to 62nd in the world. Norway extra 11 to move to 64, and Andorra with +9, that's extra 9 places. Germany extra 8, and Albania with extra 8. And 4 last, those actually went down. Moldova, they fall down from extra with extra 10 from 100, rather from 94 to 104. Ecuador from 83 to 93. You have Costa Rica jumping down by extra 7, -7 there. Paraguay and also Cuba in that pecking order for the highest climbers, and also the lowest fallers there. Well, for the fact that FIBA rated Nigeria so high at the current latest ranking, we look at Africa after the world ranking. Let's look at how they are ranked in Africa right now. They are number 1 with 631 points with a +4 after jumping from 12th to 8th in the world. The ladies really making us so proud. Mali are second in Africa. They have 326. In fact, double of what they have is what Nigeria is actually gathering there. They remain 20 in the world, and they stand second in Africa with no point and no loss there. Senegal are standing 3rd, the team that we defeated several times at the Afro Basket. They stand 3rd in Africa and 24th in the world for Senegalese team. Mozambique are standing 32nd in the world, and they are 4th in Africa with 215.6. They actually move up with a point there. Cameroon are standing 5th in Africa, and they are 37th in the world. Same way, Egypt are standing 6th. You have Angola, Cote d'Ivoire, Uganda, and also Rwanda. Rwanda, they had the highest climber. Well, really doing so well. 12. They actually move up with extra 12, standing 10th in Africa, and now 62 in the world. Good one for Rwanda. They are really doing so well, and at least for the fact that they were able to build that particular arena over there in Kigali. They deserve it, because basketball is really growing in Rwanda right now. And it's the same way we have the talent in Nigeria. All we need to do is to make sure we develop administratively, get the right things done for these athletes, the basketballer. Looking at the Tigress, against all odds for what has been happening to that team, they are yet to give up. And also, kudos to their coach, Rena Wakama, for what she has done after joining that team a year ago, and for what she has done, she has been able to egg that team in gold, transferring them to win the Afro Basket, making it the 4th times in a row. They call it Pete in basketball language, and now celebrating them. They really worth it, and for the fact that in Africa, we are #1. The Tigress, they've shown their class, and you can't take anything away from them from what they've done. In fact, this team deserves a lot of accolades. The way Super Eagles get so much reception, 1-1, and they also deserve it because what they've done, the Super Eagles have not done that in a while. After winning AFCON in 2023, they came second in last AFCON. Our ladies won the FIBA Afro Basket, and they are able to do it 4 times in a row. So they deserve a lot of accolades, a lot of awards, and a lot of support coming from the federal government, and also for the way it is right now. MBBF needs to do more to see how this team will continue to grow in limbs and also doing so well in every competition they want to attend. Right now, the Tigress, despite not winning the gold at the Olympics, despite crashing against USA, they still hold their head high for the fact that they are being rated 8 in Africa, rather in the world, and #1 in Africa. No one has done this when it comes to the rating from African team, and they deserve all the accolades we are giving them right now concerning this. Looking at the climbers also for Africa, well, from the way it is right now, you can't take anything from Rwanda. Rwanda, they did so well. They actually climbed by extra 12, and Nigeria from 12th position to 8th position in the world. For Cameroon, they also climbed by extra 4, jumping from 33 to 37. Uganda, extra 3. You look at them from 52 to 55. And you look at Senegal also by extra 124th in the world. For fallers, those who actually dropped down, you have Zambia to 111. They were standing 109, and they went further down by extra 2. And you have Benin Republic with 112, Congo DR 71, Guinea 88, and Cape Verde, they're standing 90 right now. They were standing 89. They went down more. And just to let you have a feel of what is happening concerning basketball ratings in the world right now, especially for women. For the Tigress, a good one for them right now. And we just had they continue to climb. Who say they can't get to the top? Yes. The way they fought against USA, they continue to at least get that advantage, rather the boldness to play against other teams. They face France, they face USA, Canada, and also Australia. World best. If you look at the ratings in that world ranking, you want to give it all to the Tigress for the fact that they've showed their class, that they belong to the best in the world. Top 10 ratings. Congrats to them. You look at the green, white, green, they are standing 8 on the law, and you feel so proud to be a Nigerian. USA, Australia, France, China, Spain, Belgium, Canada, Nigeria, and you have Serbia and Japan. Top 10, well, from 11 to 20, you just have Mali, the African, the team that actually coming second in Africa, standing 28th in the world. And you just have to be so happy that our ladies have made us so proud. Not forgetting Brazil standing on 11th position, Puerto Rico, Germany, Korea, Hungary, Italy, Turkey, and you look at Greece, and also not forget Bahrain. All of them fighting out to stand there among the top 20 in the latest ranking of FIBA. Well, good one for our ladies. When it comes to basketball, we celebrate them. We just say kudos to the entire D Tigress squad. Now, still talking about Nigeria. Right now as we speak, they have 2024 Paris Paralympics taking place in Paris, and we have our athletes, the Paralympians, participating. Just yesterday, 2 of Nigerian athletes, they call them para-badminton players. They did well. Let's look at that story. Paris 2024 Paralympics, Eniola Bolaji triumphs over Mandip Kaur in women's SL3 badminton. Kudos to her for being able to win a game, 21-8, 21-14. That was 2-0 for Eniola Bolaji, where she actually won that game in the first encounter. Hopefully she will do well today by the time she actually filed out to also play in the second game. Not forgetting what she has done so far in Africa, and she's standing ahead because right now her rating has also improved for Bolaji. She has really been doing so when it comes to sport. She used to be a para-table tennis player, but now she switched to para-badminton, and she's doing extra, really doing good so well in that particular competition. And also, that yesterday, we have another Nigerian, that's Nnamdi Jeremiah, also doing well by being able to win his own game, and he will be facing a German player today over there in Paris to also see if the two of them are able to win They could be gunning for the semi-final, and that would be a plus because right now the Paralympics athletes are saying they want to at least turn the table for Nigeria. Looking at what happened when the team Nigeria traveled to France, they could not come back with even a bronze medal. But this time around, the Paralympians are always making us proud, and they want to make sure they do us proud in 4 different categories of events that they are participating in. They have para-table tennis, para-athletics, para-badminton, and para-powerlifting, where they are participating. And we just told you that in para-badminton, 2 of them won their first games, and hopefully they will also do well today. We'll continue to give you updates concerning Team Nigeria Paralympians and for what they've done so far over there in France. Wishing them the best as they prosecute those games or events that they're participating in there. And now we go to the big one that happened yesterday. UEFA Champions League for 2024-2025 is going to be a different ball game because UEFA, they come up with new format of that particular competition that is so global. Everyone wants to watch UEFA Champions League, and the king of that competition, Real Madrid, have also been paired against the team they played at the final last season against Borussia Dortmund. Let's look at it. 2024-2025 UCL, Real Madrid to play Liverpool, Milan, and Dortmund in revamped Champions League. Really a revamped one because a lot of new format that we'll be looking at on the show right now. Let's start with it. Looking at all the teams that will be participating, the league phase of the pot now of those teams. In pot 1, we have Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, the one they call PSG, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig, and Barcelona. Pot 2, Bayern Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, Juventus, Benfica, Arsenal, Club Brugge, you have Shakhtar Donetsk, and you have AC Milan. Pot 3, Feyenoord, Sporting Lisbon, PSV Eindhoven, Dinamo Zagreb, Red Bull Salzburg, you have Lille, Red Star Belgrade, and you have Young Boys and Celtic. While pot 4, Slovan Bratislava, Monaco, Sparta Prague, Aston Villa, Bologna, Girona, and you have Stuttgart, Sturm Graz, that's the team from Austria, and also you have Brest from France. All these teams, 36 teams, instead of 32 that you usually have, it has changed to 36, and that's why we'll be looking at all the new formats, what are the stakes that will be happening. Now, the new UCF format, let's look at that, the summary of the new UCF format there. Well, these are the pot of the teams now, although we'll still come back to this. Well, the new UCL format that will be coming up there. Well, from the way it is right now, the 36 team will be playing in this competition. Well, 36 clubs will participate in the Champions League that will be happening this season. Former phase, we call it group stage. Each team will play 8 group stage matches and will not play one team 2 times. 4 away games and 4 home matches in the group stage. Teams that finish between 1st and 8th earn automatic promotion to the round of 16. To break it down, at least for people to understand, because a lot of people are saying it's too clumsy, kind of. But it's going to be a round of 16 that they go back to the way they run it before. Teams that finish between 9th and 16th will face teams that finish between 17th and 24th in the 2-leg playoff to secure last 16 of the competition. Teams that finish 25th and below are out of the UEFA Champions League and won't qualify for the Europa League or Conference League from round of 16. The competition continues as the old format of knockout rounds leading to the final stage at a neutral venue selected by UEFA. That's from round of 16. But for this group phase, 36 teams will be playing like a league. Well, but you won't play a team twice, you play away and you play home. In the Champions League exclusive week, Champions League matches will be played on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The new format will increase the total number of matches in the Champions League from 125 teams or clubs to 189. Well, that's the matches now. The result of each match will decide the overall ranking in the new league, with 3 points for a win and 1 for a draw still applying, just the way they run the league. The league phase will now be completed at the end of January instead of December. Well, that's it there. At least breaking it down in a much more simpler form. Now, looking at that, how will the new format actually benefit fans? Because UEFA was trying to explain this yesterday during the draw. Because a lot of people were like, what is happening? Well, the new league format will involve more European teams in each competition, and we allow fans to not only see more top European matches, but also to see those matches take place earlier in the competition. The new format will introduce a better competitive balance between all the teams, with the possibility for each team to play opponents of a similar competitive level throughout the league phase. See, talking about this, how will the league format actually benefit fans? Every game counts. The new league format will ensure that any result has the potential to dramatically change a team's position right up to and including the very last match day. Winning or losing the last game of the league phase could make the difference between a side qualifying automatically for the last 16, entering the playoffs, or being eliminated from the competition altogether. What a way to go with the UEFA Champions League new format. That is 16 fighting for honors there like a league, but really it's going to get better as people will just get used to it. I know the beginning might be a bit tough, but later people will actually get, or fans will get used to it. Now let's look at Europa League. Will also be coming up. They have the same format. Let's look at it: Europa League and Europa Conference League for 2024-2025. Similar format changes will also be applied to the UEFA Europa League. 8 matches and therefore 8 different opponents in the league phase. In the Europa League exclusive week, Europa League matches will be held on Wednesday and Thursday. UEFA Europa Conference League, which will be called the UEFA Conference League, as of 2024-2025, 6 matches and 6 different opponents in the league phase, with both competitions also featuring 36 teams in the league phase, just like the UEFA Champions League. In the Europa Conference League exclusive week, Europa Conference League matches will take place on Thursday. Well, at least to some extent, this actually simplified for people who have actually felt that it's even more clumsy. In fact, not only fans, even the footballer themselves at the venue of the draws, a lot of people actually they were lost for what was happening when the computer was actually peaking and all that. But right now, looking at this analysis that we just brought down, if you quickly go back to the new UCL format, you see that 36 teams participating in the new UCL that will be coming up there. Well, 36 clubs will participating. They used to call it group stage, but now it's league phase. Each team will play 8 group stage matches and will not play one team 2 times. They will play just a team, 4 away games and 4 home matches in the group stage. That's just the tab. Teams that finish between 4th to 8 earn automatic promotion to the round of 16. Teams that finish between 9 to 15 will face teams that finish between 17 and 24 in the 2-leg playoff to secure last 16 of the competition. Meanwhile, 25th to 36, well below, are out of the UCL and won't qualify for Europa League or Conference League. So all the teams need to tighten up not to be among the 25th to 36 so that they won't be out. But from 1st to 24, there's still hope. 1st to 8 stand automatically, and from 9 to 24, you have to fight for a place to play. Well, good one for the UEFA Champions League. Right now, we just have to get used to it. UEFA themselves are saying, well, it will benefit a lot of people, a lot of fans, because this will create more avenue for different clubs to also participate. Instead of 32, they have 36, and they make it more interesting by running it as a league. We just break it down for you there, just to let you have a feel of how is going to be, what is going to be happening in the UEFA Champions League new format. Well, still talking about UEFA, UEFA also did yesterday, they honored 2 great footballers, one a goalkeeper and one a striker. Let's look at that story. UEFA honors Cristiano Ronaldo, Gianluigi Buffon, as Champions League's all-time top scorer and also an ambassador. Looking at Buffon, when you look at his career, he really did so well, retiring at the age of 45, and he did so well with Juventus, the Bianconeri, while his career was actually unfolding then. He did so well, and that was a time he also faced Ronaldo in the Champions League, where Ronaldo scored a bicycle kick. He won't forget in a hurry. Although before we talk about that, still talking about this, UEFA Champions organizers deem it fit to honor Ronaldo. Cristiano scored 140 goals while playing 183 matches in the UEFA Champions League. He won it 4 times over there in Real Madrid, and you can't take it away. He also won it with Manchester United, and 5 times in his career. That's a huge one, and they deem it fit to celebrate Cristiano Ronaldo for being able to be the Champions League all-time top scorer, 140 in 183. If you look at that mathematically, he has really done well for himself. He deserves all the accolade. They deem it fit to do this because they are starting a new format, and the best person they could bring in is Cristiano Ronaldo, who did well while he was facing another man that was actually honored yesterday over there, Gianluigi Buffon, the goalkeeper, they call him legend, a legendary goalkeeper in his own honors, also did so well while playing for Juventus. He scored a bicycle kick against him, and it wasn't funny at all. He apologized to him anyway yesterday by saying, I'm sorry, just to at least clear the air concerning that particular situation. They are celebrating these two legends in the world of football by UEFA. They deem it fit to do this, and really they actually want to be celebrated for the fact that they've been able to do so well in this competition there. Congrats to Ronaldo, and also congrats to Gianluigi Buffon. While we talk about that, let's quickly run through some transfer gossip for you. Our own star, African Footballer of the Year, Victor Osimhen. Osimhen right now, everything is getting tougher and tougher between the two clubs. Arsenal, Al Ahly team, that's from Saudi Arabia, Al Ahly, Chelsea in last-minute push for Napoli's Victor Osimhen. Even though so many news have been crossing the internet, some are saying he has agreed with Al Ahly, some are saying he's yet to agree, but the news says that Napoli, they've agreed with Al Ahly, but on a personal note, Osimhen is yet to finalize with Al Ahly, although it's a big amount of money. And if you look at it, no African player or South American player will not want to go for this. A lot of African players use this to actually celebrate, at least separate themselves from lack. And really, you won't blame Victor Osimhen, as a lot of pundits are saying, well, if this will happen, Osimhen will really be a billionaire. Well, 80 million euro in that mode, so between 75 to 80 million euro, agree with Al Ahly. That's for Napoli, but for himself, they are still working on that. Chelsea also, they are trying to see how they will get it done. Well, from the way it is right now, for Osimhen, you look at his sum, that's 54 billion. That amount alone is enough for you to just say, okay, I'm going to Saudi Arabia. But he's yet to agree personally, even though Napoli have done that. 4.5 billion per month, 1.1 billion per week, 161 million per day. Al Ahly proposed 4-year contract for Victor Osimhen worth over 216 billion if you are to look at it. And you can see that another clause is also being included, that he can move if he wants to move, so they have to drop the price. And Chelsea too. Chelsea are not giving up. They are also hoping that maybe they can get him on loan, and if everything goes well, they will get him. Well, as the way it is right now, the same Al Ahly, they've agreed a deal with Ivan Toney, as actually trying to get Osimhen. They've also agreed with Ivan Toney and his agent. They want to go for him in a 3-year deal where he will be having his medical today. Big one there, a big one. Al Ahly finally agreed deal for Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney. Well, a big one for for the two players, and that attack will be tough. Just to give you update concerning what is happening, is always a breaking news there. But we wait to see what will be happening, because the transfer window is winding down. Lille also, they've actually had a deal with Atalanta to sign Michel Berger on a new, at least that's a new left back player. Left back Atalanta has been the club that owns that player, and right now Lille agreed a deal concerning him to move on loan over there in France. Well, at least we know that Ugarte and Manchester United deal has been at least sealed. No one can take that away. But for Osimhen, well, we just hope that everything goes well with him. Ugarte to join Man United, a £60 million deal. Congrats to him, and that has been done. But for our own Victor Osimhen, we hope everything goes well. And right now, that amount of money you just saw earlier is enough for Osimhen to turn and move to Saudi Arabia. Who didn't want to take this? And you look at it, well, if everything goes well, you can see go back to Europe. African Footballer of the Year, he has won Scudetto. What else does he want to prove? Like some people say. Why some are saying, well, you have a lot to offer, you are just 24 years old, and go for that career instead of money. Well, a lot of this when it comes to Victor Osimhen's transfer. We just have to wrap it up there, giving you all those updates in the world of transfer, as we always do. Adeni Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. I leave you with this, and thanks for watching.
Hands up! Watch. Hey, in your feet, come. Take it. Not play.
High tackle. Tackle one.
Nice through, baby. Bring it down.
Tackle free. Yes.